All right, we got a new Caleb Hammer video. I'm gonna react to. It's 30 minutes of Caleb Hammer crash down against dumb guests. It should be pretty fun. I've watched a few of these videos before, so let's see how this is.
Okay, so you owe $150.
I did pay that. But then I took out the $300 that they offered me today.
Huh? Wait, whoa.
Ladies.
Why? Why?
What the f are we doing?
You knew you were coming on the show today. $300? Why?
I just don't know why. What the f Why have you done these things? You're coming on the show today. You're coming on the fucking show today.
Oh my God.
I need a little bit of gas money.
We would have given you gas money. At that point, no, you bought things at Buc-ee's. Listen, we know your entire existence. You're a liar.
Oh my God.
Liar. You are a liar. Matching Bronco t-shirts for you
me,
and
my
your
mom.
mom.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
They were super cute. I don't know
Shut
what
the
else.
f up.
They were super cute though?
$600.
Oh my
cash
God.
out that you took out the day of filming Financial Audit.
Why? Yeah, why? She's like, yeah,
I need a moment. I need a moment. I need a moment.
Dude, what are you thinking?
Your child, because you are dedicated to homeschooling them, then you can't afford to. This is basic.
I can afford not to. It's worth any price to take care of my kid.
Oh my.
Whoa,
Oh my.
Wait, what?
If you have a kid one day, you might understand.
Yeah, and
Are
guess
you married
what?
yet?
I am not, but guess what? I've seen a lot of people on this show, and this is where you're headed, that you're so proud of for some reason, where their entire life, your kid is going to be on hold because their failure and joke of a dad, while they're trying to live their life, never did anything in their entire life, their dad's life. So all of a sudden, your kid has to put their life on hold to take care of their failure dad.
Yeah.
That's where you're going. That's just a mathematical reality. I don't need to have had a kid to know that.
That's not going to happen.
Fuck you, that's not going to happen. Look at your finances now. You're in your mid-30s. You're acting like a 12-year-old. Shut the fuck up.
God.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're a baby. Shut up.
You got to settle down,
what a
man.
joke. That's not going to happen. You don't know fucking anything.
That's not.
You're not even living life as an adult in 34. You couldn't successfully complete a marriage. You can't successfully complete holding a
I was
job.
married for 12 years.
And guess what? You're not.
Oh.
You couldn't successfully complete holding a job for more than 6 months. You couldn't work in a kitchen. You can't go and sit across a desk from someone without having to sit in a house for a week. You're a child. You're incapable of existing in this world and doing all this stuff that you want to do. And just like, by the way, your kid, you want to homeschool your kid. All this stuff that you are choosing is going to put you in a position where they're going to have to put their life on hold to take care of their joke of a
fucking
dad.
cooked him.
That is your choice, and it's honestly a disgusting choice. What are we doing here?
You're supposed to help us.
What?
In what way? I'm not a magic pill.
Yeah.
Buddy, if I say, hey, maybe
Right,
you
he
can't
can-
do a luxurious vacation once
He can
a
only
month,
give you advice.
and that's why you're in debt.
Okay,
'cause you
first of all,
guys-
it's not even once a
Shut the
month.
f up. If I just give literally the most basic thing and tell you to cut out the most expensive thing that maybe you do once a year instead, max, which I wouldn't even do, I'd get out of fucking debt, then maybe you'd be willing to cut that back.
I don't understand.
So I don't know what the f is going on here. This is so stupid.
How
This
can you
is
be
so
that much in
stupid
debt?
already? So dumb. This is the first card. You have to be receptive. If you're sitting at this table, you have to be receptive, or I'm not fucking filming.
I am receptive. I just don't agree with your logic.
What?
Please explain.
I mean, you know, everybody has debt.
No.
Yes.
No. Oh.
No.
Everybody has debt, and
No!
I'm just not gonna have. We're just not gonna go see the world
Yes.
and not go
Yes.
travel just because
Yes.
credit cards have to be
Oh
paid.
my.
No way.
You,
So
have,
you-
you have to go
Shut
make
the
memories.
f- up. Shut
You
the
have to go make memories. What are you gonna do? Just stay in your
Dude,
house and
fuck
fucking work
that.
all the time?
No, you
Literally?
Oh my
That's what
gosh.
you're- that's what
Buddy,
you're
Is
not
that
end
what
up
you do? Is that why
doing.
you're just so miserable all the time?
No
Well,
way.
yes, I am building a business here, so I do put in more work than you've ever put in your entire life. But I also have results to show for it, and you have nothing to show for it. But also at the same
Oh
time,
my god.
because of that, I could retire right now and actually go see the world without
Ooh.
going in debt because I put in the time, I put in the work, I put in the effort, the mental energy, the stress, the zits. Instead, your next
Yikes.
vacation will be living under a bridge and you won't be leaving there.
Holy
Most content
shit.
that
What
people
the
produce
fuck?
on YouTube is fun. Why weren't we a gaming channel?
Nah, fuck
Why
that.
weren't we a food channel?
A food
Why
channel?
weren't we a Graham Stephan talk at the camera for 8 minutes channel? Why'd we have to be financial audit? Why'd we have to be financial audit?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Gosh, I just really fucking hate this. It flows through my bones.
I remember taking it out. I just don't remember what it was for.
How? If I can remember every single ass whooping I've ever gotten, you can remember fucking what you just bought last week.
They started garnishing your wages from this loan?
Yes.
How?
You gave them access to your account?
Yeah.
You gave them access to your
What?
account? This isn't a government. They can't just garnish unless you give
Did
access.
they take you to? Did they take you to court? I don't. What? How?
I'm sweating so much. I'm sweating so much, and this is so.
$38,000.
You don't understand. You don't understand. Listen, you're at this point. Listen. Actually, do I have empathy for you and how you do things? Boop boop. Bye bye. You're $70,000 in 8 months. That's spending. F you.
Well, $70,000 in 8 months, our spending has skyrocketed
How-
because we also
Whoa.
moved in after we got married because we're not allowed to live
$70,000.
together before we got
Oh
married.
no! I moved into a place. That means I have to spend $70,000 in 8. What are you talking about, dude?
A lot of our expenses were with her not having a job. We have to put on credit cards.
$70,000.
$70,000 worth is crazy.
To live on
Dude, that's-
$70,000 in 8 months. That we are talking at that point. You are living off of $110,000 a year. That is, you are not making that up with an income. What
Yeah.
are you talking
A
about?
lot of this stuff over the past year are one-time purchases that are not going to be made in subsequent
and you
years.
need them to survive.
One-time purchases.
And you need them to survive.
One-time purchases.
And you need them to survive.
This is what I'm talking about.
Well,
One-time purchases.
What are the
Survive.
one-time
that are not going
purchases?
to be made in 2025.
Doesn't
or
matter.
What are you
need them
buying?
to survive?
So our spending
Doesn't. Hey.
Hey,
You tit.
our spending is going to go down because of those one-time
No,
purchases are no
That's
longer
not how
on the
this
budget.
works. Listen. Next year, maybe you'll want to buy a chin. I don't know what's going to happen. At some point, everything
No way
gets
he said
pushed.
that. Oh my god.
Everything, you will find a replacement for that spending. The spending that you did last year that are one time, you're going to find one-time purchases next year. I only have 4
Yep.
of these conversations a week.
Mhm.
That's it. For 3 years. You
So
will
you're saying
find
my
this.
position is the same as everybody else's position and that I'm not unique in any way. So why would I be on this podcast in the first place?
Yeah, basically, because essentially everyone that comes on the show, trust me, I've heard that this show.
Just because our spending was bad in the last 12 months does not mean it's going to be bad in the subsequent 12 months or the 12 months after that.
Behavior just changes
History-
because we wake up
Yeah,
one day.
history
to
repeats
get our
itself.
behavior changed and look at what we need
I don't
to
change behavior. I will give you advice of what you should
Yeah,
and should not do.
And that advice
but you spent
will help our behavior.
Yeah, if you follow it.
Yes, that's what we want to do is follow
Oh
it.
my
That's
gosh,
why
this
we're
guy.
here.
Right, but how are you going to
That's
follow
why
it?
we're here. Okay, fucking bingo. Got it. Ding, ding, ding. Buddy, everyone says that. Again, you think you're unique? You're saying exactly what everyone says every
Yes.
single time.
Okay, I'm here to get
He-
help. If I didn't
Can-
want help, I would not be here.
No.
Then maybe
All
you
right,
should
so
fucking listen instead of interjecting. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Interject.
No, go ahead.
There it is. Okay. Your one-time purchases that you did last year, you will have one-time purchases for the rest of your life. This is what happens every single time.
Yeah, exactly.
And even still, still, she did not have a job since the middle of last year, since after the middle of last year, and you guys chose to live on $120,000. Even if they're one-time purchases, I don't give a you chose to live off of $120,000 a year when you barely make
Jesus Christ.
scraps. So I don't give a if they're one-time purchases. You chose that. You chose that.
So how about we go into the finances and look what we can fix?
Buddy, it's fix? Here's a fix. Let me give you a little fix. This will solve your entire issue, and we can fast forward instead of doing an hour and a half. Here's a fix. Don't spend $120,000 in a year, you dumb making $30,000. How much went out?
How do you... All right. I have a mortgage and all that fun shit, right? How do you accrue that amount of loans or money? How do you get the money to spend $120,000? How does somebody loan you that if you're only bringing home $30,000 a year? That's not making much sense to me here. I don't. And he's saying like he's trying to give you advice, but just while he gives you advice doesn't mean you're not going to go back to doing your old ways. So you got to first find out why are you spending this money on these items, but
I'm telling you, probably like $65,000, $7,000.
That doesn't make sense. You just told me the household expenditures are $7,000.
Well, you're supposed to make it make sense.
You said you went on a trip.
We did, and it was great.
Okay, that would probably mean the money went out is more than just your household expenses. So how much do you think went out? How much do you think went out? How much do you think went out?
$10,000.
Okay. Where did it go?
To the trip I just told
Where'd you go?
What?
To the Philippines.
You know you can't afford to go
Why?
out, right? You know you can't afford to buy any designer clothes. You know you cannot afford to go to anything but great clubs. You know you cannot afford to go out to eat at all, right? To be very clear, not a single time.
I'm speechless.
Do you know you cannot afford that though?
I get I feel like it saves me so much time though, so I can work on my business.
Work on your How many hours a day are you working?
It depends. And now
Average.
I'm doing more things.
Well,
An average
How many days? What hours a day are you working?
5.
5?
Then you don't have time.
What's the rest of the 19 hours
stupid.
good?
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry, I'm digging into you, but that's dumb. That's dumb, and you need to know that's
my
dumb. That's why I'm being
God.
rough. 5 hours a day. Oh, poor me. I'm working 5 hours a day and I can't cook. What do you mean it saves you time? Hey, where do you think your score would be financially?
That's crazy.
0 to 10, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. 10 is a number, so 0. You can give 10 numbers in between there.
5.
Have you
5.
seen this show?
Yes, I've seen the show all the time. Actually, you're welcome.
What? What is that? Wait,
Were
what do you
closing
mean?
your ears and eyes while it was playing near you? You think you're a 5? This is
Yes.
This is the one of the
Wait.
biggest stacks of. Okay, guys, if you want to hear a
Whoa.
financial score and you're not a fucking
Wait,
moron,
what do you...
sorry. You
Oh,
literally
her
spent more money this
score.
last month than came in, so that does not make sense. That is not lining up with the literal reality of your situation.
Yeah. Well,
So what are you talking about?
I mean,
Obviously, something is different there
She's
than you
nervous.
are expressing.
no,
you want me
it's
to tell you
not
how I
different.
know? You sit right here. She's breaking out. She's super nervous right now. That's actually that's wild. She's got hives on her chest and her neck. She's very, very nervous right now.
I pay all my bills.
Yeah,
He gets in these guys-
bills. What do you
these
mean
people's
by bills?
skin
Are
a
you just
lot.
talking about like the minimum monthly payments on things that are required?
No. I've paid off my credit cards to a certain degree.
There's a couple credit cards.
What do you
that get
mean
some
by
payments,
that?
And there's some credit cards that are getting.
Kind of. But I'm working on it. It's not like I'm just not paying them. Everything gets a payment.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a minimum monthly. Is that what you're
Like
saying?
$100. Every card gets at least $100.
that's actually not bad. That's pretty.
Okay, if the bills are paid before you close the books, why? How are we spending more than is coming in? I'm trying to understand this
'Cause
from
I
your perspective.
shop and I travel.
Okay, why isn't that tracked? Why are we tracking our bills but we're not tracking our spending?
I don't
How?
know.
Why are you traveling so much?
Because if I track it, then I probably won't do it anymore.
Isn't that a good thing? Isn't that what gets us to the best place?
Yeah.
Realting's a very interesting profession in
Exactly.
the fact that, again, like you said at the beginning, you don't get paid unless you make a big sale. So if you're not doing anything or helping someone find a place as well, I know some of it with commission is kind of changed up recently, but either way, whatever. You don't get paid unless you get paid.
Yep.
It's not an ongoing bi-weekly payment. Okay, wonderful. With that, you would want to be basically debt-free to have no risk hanging over your head as you're in a more risky job situation. You'd want to fully fund an emergency fund to be able to cover yourself probably about 12 months actually as like a business owner, which you are your kind of own business.
Yeah, you'd have some money saved up for
but
sure in case shit
technically,
happens.
I don't spend out of my bank account. I only spend on credit cards.
What difference does
You
that make?
understand you have to pay the credit cards.
Yeah, and I do. I pay them. So
Not off.
So in the beginning of the month, I track my monthly bills out of my bank account, and then I only spend on a credit card. So I don't
Yeah,
have
but you
any
don't put back on your credit card what you spend on it.
I know.
So it doesn't work like that. What is your philosophy on this?
Well, I don't really have a philosophy.
Tell me your
I'm
reasoning, because
working-
there was at least a half a thought that made you go into that.
because I thought that honestly, I just like to spend money. So
I get it, but
don't
your
have a thought.
reasoning behind the credit card versus the bank account.
well, they're rewards credit cards, and they don't all have interest. So the
A
ones,
couple are interest free right now, yes.
Yeah.
and they'll be paid off
Oh.
before the
Says
interest.
what? They're going up. What
Like
are you talking
Lowe's
about?
and shit like that. Yeah.
Confident. There also is card accruing interest.
But those don't have big balances.
But it's still accruing interest, showing that you are not able to manage paying off a card before interest starts accruing, because we have credit cards accruing interest.
I just
Does she not
wanna
understand
spend
that?
on credit cards
No,
so
no.
I don't have to pay out of the bank account.
What do you use a bank
Yes,
account
like-
for then?
Okay.
What? I am so fucking confused
Interesting
though.
philosophy. Yeah, it was $25,000.
So where's the bank money?
What's
going
$25,000?
That's the number that was spent. That's what went out
Last month?
last month.
No. We don't even make that much money. What do you? No.
That's the point. That's
Somebody-
the conversation we're having.
Somebody miscalculated.
What are you on here for? What are you on the show for?
To fix finances, Caleb, and to save my marriage before
Then why
it's
the f-
doomed.
did you just say that? Because that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Because there's no way we don't even make that much money a month.
That's the point. You're in debt.
Right.
You put more on debt. Your debt went up.
Oh,
You mean like on credit cards?
That
he
is a
meant. I see. He meant you went $25,000
What kind of person
in
did
debt.
you guys find?
Not that you went.
I'm
you
concerned
spent 25K.
Okay, help me
she
out
doesn't
here.
have no. I'm concerned she doesn't have the mental bandwidth for a conversation involving numbers. That's like credit cards. Yes, like credit cards. Are you kidding me right now? What are we talking about?
Well, because you asked how much came in and then you asked how much went out. So I thought
Are
you
you
meant like
pranking me
checking
or
account.
are you stupid? We're just starting with like a fucking insane balance. Oh, we do spend $25,000 a month somehow.
We
Crazy.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. Yes, you do. That's literally what you do.
on
So-
what?
I think
Oh,
we're gonna
wait.
find out. Something tells me you've seen the show before that we might find out. Starting now, $31.42 of purchases. You're at the
25K
credit.
a month
What
is
the
like-
fee possibly.
Damn,
What
how
is
did?
the fucking fee possibly? What is the fee for?
Late payment? I don't know. Of
Great. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm you
no
don't give
way.
a. You don't care.
course I care. That's why I'm
do-
here.
I don't. That's why I'm here.
Dude, your credit
I
score has to be
can't
so
tell.
bad.
I can't get in your brain. You're sassy, then you say you're not. You're defensive, then you say you're not. And it's just like fucking, I don't understand.
I'm trying to tell you why
Yet
these
there's
things.
a nice part of your personality. Yet there's an aggressive cheater. Yet there's, I don't understand what you are. I might not know how to get through to you. I can get through to most people. I don't know. You're an enigma. By accumulating just on the first card alone over $10,000, you'd have to make multiple months to pay that off,
that was
including
from
paying your bills and 2
consolidating.
mortgages.
That was from consolidating my other cards.
There's a lot of spending on here. There's a lot of spending on here. It's not just consolidation.
Like 6,000 of it is consolidation.
So I don't give a fuck. So half of it is consolidation, just about, and half is spending. That doesn't change the how do we pay it off in time if we do not get the closings.
Wait,
you
what did that
yourself
say?
in such a risky position.
What did that say? What did it say?
Time. That doesn't change the how do we pay it off in time.
Me when I realized my goldfish couldn't play outside of water.
If we do not get the closings, because you were putting yourself in such a risky position, essentially borrowing from your future self, but in a more extreme scenario. Because usually when people borrow from their future self, they borrow from a paycheck that is more confident to come because they already have a job that is giving out that paycheck on a consistent basis. But you're not. Your paycheck isn't necessarily due with luck, but you also do have the client side of it. If your client is not willing to sell at a certain price, and who knows what the real estate market is and going to be, you don't really know. You're putting a lot of risk on that.
I live on hope and faith in a dream, I guess.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you
Credit
have,
card.
and you have a shit ton of debt, so that's not
Yeah.
working. What's your investment account like today? 30 years old?
Like my 401k is probably like $5,000 or $10,000.
So you're behind for 30.
Yeah.
Is the hope and dream working? You're behind.
Not yet.
You have as much on one
Damn.
credit card as you have on your hopeful guessing high end of your
Yeah.
retirement account. It's none of these are necessities. This is crazy. You go crazy on here. You go crazy.
I did tell you earlier that Amazon is my weakness.
I know.
So at least I was forthcoming.
So imagine the return on your investment if you just put that money in stocks, a Moo savings account, and anything. It'd be just delicious. But instead, you're a moron.
We're fiscally irresponsible, and that's what we are here to try and fix. We
But
want
that
your
is not how this
advice.
conversation is going to go. Stop trying to control
Right.
this, okay? You little domineering freak. That is not how this is going to work.
Dude,
I am
he's got the
trying to learn
fucking
about you.
Yes.
I
this
get
the
into your
lead fuck, what is the old fucking guy? They used to do these like the videos and shit. Fuck, I'm gonna try to remember his name.
We
I'm
figure
gonna try
it
to.
out, and then we go through the finances.
Leafy.
And then
Leafy.
I get to learn about them.
For
based
some reason, I
on
wanted to say
the
leaflet, but it
establishment
was
that
leafy.
you set before of your personality that I get to know about you and why you did the things. Guess what? Special guy. I don't
So they got
know
from Ice
if
Age.
math teaches this, but when I look in your most recent month, I can't see what you spent in August. So yes, we're having a conversation about what last year looked like that got you into $70,000 of debt.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think the master's degree is going to solve that equation for you. So, yeah, we're going to talk about maybe the mistakes you made.
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
So stop with the let's go into the documents then. I know we're going to go into the numbers that happened in the last month.
Okay.
Okay. So why the do you think it is okay to spend $120,000 in a year making 20 to 30?
Never said it was okay.
Then why'd you
said
do
it
it?
was fiscally.
But so why are you?
That you chose
Why
to
did
do.
we?
Yeah.
We were fiscally irresponsible.
That is not an answer. Why did you choose
No,
to do
but
it?
what did
That
you
is
buy?
not your choice. The fiscally irresponsible is not the answer. I want to know why the you did it. Self-assessment. Try to get any kind of reflection in your life.
Why did I do it? I don't necessarily have a great answer for it. I'm fiscally irresponsible.
Oh my gosh, buddy,
that is why
that
we're-
is not going to be
Dude.
an answer.
But
That
that's
is
why
not
we
going to be
racked
a
up so much of this debt.
No
is because we spend money on dumb shit.
There we go.
One-
There's
Ah.
an
one-time
So what are
purchases.
you getting? This one-time purchases
What
that you're
dumb
able
shit
to
did you
justify for
buy?
an entire fucking year, which will apparently never happen again in the rest of your
I
life.
never said that.
Okay, then why are we
You
defending
did say
ourselves
that.
like it's just one-time purchases that'll never happen
Because
again?
certain one-time purchases will never be made again. I have already
Sure,
looked
but
at
they will
certain
be
of those,
replaced with other
but
one-time
that's
purchases.
what I don't want to do is replace them. That's,
They always will.
but you say they always will. They don't necessarily
Yes.
have to always be.
Oh my
with
god!
with your discipline, if you choose to.
I know that's what I need to work on is my fiscal discipline.
Yeah,
with this
so
stuff.
let's learn about why you did those in the past. Tell me what
Yes.
were you purchasing, dude? Instead of just saying
Oh
I'm
my
fiscally
God.
irresponsible and trying to move on. What the did you actually
And I'm gonna
do?
be completely honest. I didn't know we spent $70,000 a year. That's why I'm saying
How?
I don't know what
Answer
these
the
There's
are.
no
question, guy.
way.
You don't need to sit here and try to look
I don't
good.
know what we spent that money on. The $70,000.
You can't reflect to 3 months ago.
$12,000.
You keep bringing up one-time purchases. Tell me about any of them.
Couches one-time
Oh,
purchase.
he figured it out. He was able to get an answer. We got there 10 minutes later.
Couches one-time purchase. TV one-time purchase. All the stuff
Whoa,
we've had to move.
whoa, whoa,
whether
whoa.
it's
$70,000.
table-
Why do you need
That's
to-
what I'm saying. I don't know what this
Keep
$70,000
going, then.
is. All the stuff we've had.
Self-reflect.
All the stuff we've
How
had to move
much-
in,
how-
plates, dishes.
You needed a TV to survive.
Well, we've had our TVs. But
Okay, so that wasn't it then.
okay,
Yeah,
so desks for her to sew, sewing machine for her to sew.
Okay.
So she can try and make some supplemental income when she's allowed
How
to
much
work.
have we made?
None so far because I
Okay, so
cannot work.
She's
Keep
not
going.
allowed to make any money, whether it's cash or in the
Good,
bank
then maybe
account.
we shouldn't have purchased
Wait,
for something she
wait.
can't
That's
do.
when she was allowed to work.
And did you make any money doing that?
No. 'cause that's
Okay,
when I
so
was-
bullshit. Keep going.
What is she, like a refugee or something? I don't. Why can't she make money?
I don't even know what other one-time purchases could be. Lots of food, lots of, I mean, your passport doesn't really count because you had to get that. But going on vacation to Ocean City.
Yes, that is necessary for surviving and moving into a new place. This fucking guy. What are you talking about?
It
That
makes
10
sense
girls
now. Okay. For anybody not knowing what, okay, straight up, I can tell you why this guy went 70,000 or 120K in debt. He's trying to impress this woman. This woman's from overseas, and they're going in debt to do this right here. So she had okay, that's what it is. This must be like a passport, bro. He found him a woman overseas. That's what I can assume happened here. And he's trying to impress her, and he's fucking going in debt for it. Look, I've been there. I've done stupid shit super before too. I went in the negative, going on dates and shit to try to impress somebody. It's fucking stupid. You shouldn't do it. You really should. Because after that said it, you're gonna regret it. Absolutely, every single fucking time. I mean, even if you get laid, I mean, hey, it might feel good, but you're gonna regret it anyways. Like post nut clarity is gonna hit you, you know.
But
How about you talk about since fucking the unemployment?
That's
Because your
insane.
entire let's frame back. Let's get to where this started. You specifically said we are going to get out of debt when she gets income because everything's gonna change because we got income. However, obviously, mathematically, you can do that part. You know that is not why you're in this debt.
Correct.
Because no amount of income she gets, unless she gets a 6-figure job, would make up for the kind of spending you guys did last year. So tell me what
Exactly.
the fuck you guys were doing since she got unemployed.
spending money on dumb shit. Also, I don't really
You said
make.
it was just one-time purchases.
Also, I don't really
Oh,
have
she
the
had a
money
job.
coming in.
Why can't she
to
work
kinda-
now?
Hey, how about you work like a
I
fucking
don't-
man then?
I am working. What the fuck do you mean?
You took 3 months off when she was unemployed.
I didn't take 3 months off.
It was summer break.
I worked over the summer.
What'd you do?
I work at CVS.
You said you weren't bringing in money. You would have been bringing in
Oh?
money if you were working
They
at
let
CVS.
me work 30 hours a week.
Okay,
30
so
hours a
that
week at
is money.
$19
Then
an hour.
don't say you didn't bring
I
in
didn't.
money.
I never said that.
Did he not just say
I
he didn't
legitimately
make
never
money?
said that. No, I work at CVS while I work during school, and over the summer they don't let me work full time. They let me work 30 hours a week.
Who doesn't?
CVS.
Okay.
Because they
No,
can't
no, no,
transition
no,
me
no.
from part time to full time
No.
because of benefits.
But you
No, no,
pick
no,
up-
no. Okay, no. I've worked CVS before. This is a bold-faced fucking lie, okay? Let me tell you how this works. You could be working at Walmart. I worked at Walmart before too. It's literally the exact same thing. If you want to pick up extra hours, unless you live in some hick-ass like southern town where you're not around anything, maybe there's only one CVS with you in that hour radius or so. But the fact that this guy's spending 70K, 120K a year and getting in debt, I would imagine there's probably multiple CVS's in this location. You can request and pick up shifts at other locations to get money. What he's saying is a bold-faced fucking lie here, okay? You absolutely, if you want to, you can pick up hours. You absolutely, especially working in a pharmacy position. I'm assuming that's what he's working at. He's working in a pharmacy position. You will absolutely, as a pharmacy tech, be able to get overtime as well, because that's how fucking badly those type of jobs are needed at CVS. It's the fucking truth. This guy, he's a lying fucking piece of shit.
a second job somewhere else.
That's what I'm trying to do right now.
No, you don't need a second
for
job.
over the
No,
summer.
last year.
You
I don't
literally
get
don't.
about right now. We're still talking about last summer, trying to follow along.
Yeah,
Pick up hours
Why
at another
didn't you work
store.
a second job?
because she was still working over the summer.
What is
She
that-
got
what?
unemployed in August. Why didn't you pick
School
up a second
started in
job?
August.
Why couldn't you pick up a job in the
Yeah,
evenings? You don't make
he doesn't
that
need
I
to.
work
money.
at CVS in the
He literally
evenings.
already
There
has
was
one.
CVS in the evenings.
I work at CVS.
Why aren't you working at CVS right now?
I am. I
Why
work.
did you say that? That's what you do for a living.
You
How am I
to
able to
be
give
fair-
answers without a full picture?
listen. To be fair, you cut me off after I said substitute teacher, and I never got to go back into that
How much do you make
conversation.
at CVS now?
It's about $19 an hour.
That's not bad. Depending
How
on
many
where you
hours a
live,
week?
that's actually not
Are
bad.
we currently working?
During school, it's about 10 hours a week. I work there Mondays and Tuesdays after.
You can do more than that.
He's definitely working.
I work there
Make
Mondays
19
and Tuesdays
hours
after school. They don't
It's
let you
definitely
work
pharmacy.
Saturdays, Sundays. Sundays
position.
are only open for
Are there
overnight
other
shift.
weekdays other than Monday and Tuesday?
Yes.
Might need to check your
I
calendar
also
for that
have
one.
my schooling that I have to do.
Okay, and
No,
what-
he's a
when does
he's a
that
lazy
take
fuck.
place?
Lazy
I do my
fuck.
schooling Wednesday,
Absolutely.
Thursday, Friday.
You
I'm
don't.
in online school.
When
So
are
You
the
don't-
classes? What time?
it's all asynchronous. So I do it whenever I have time. There's no like live lectures. They're
Oh,
all
good.
just posted.
Okay, so you can work after school
But
for a
if-
few hours.
Yeah, I do work. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if I come home at CVS, I usually get home 9 p.m.
Mhm.
I have to wake up at 6 a.m. to go to school. If I do my schooling after
So you're
that, I'm
doing the thing
dead.
that the rest of us have done all throughout life when we had to sacrifice.
Exactly.
And maybe you get a little less sleep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to pay the bills for your fucking wife.
You gotta grind,
the roof
dude.
over
You
her
have to
head, she
grind.
doesn't
That's
have
all
a
it-
choice to work. Yeah, you man up a little.
Okay.
Exactly.
I
Man up
completely
and
agree.
grind.
That's why I'm looking
Good,
for.
which is why you didn't do that.
That's why I'm looking
I love
for
how this
second
guy's
jobs
just like,
right now.
we're gonna do this. Everything's gonna be good. It's just one-time purchase. Then everything's gonna be good in the future. You're right. I will do that. I'm here, guys. I was just I was just financially insecure. How about like fucking, that's not how this works. You don't just get out of a pushback by saying,
you're
you're right.
right.
I'm just gonna do it. No, why
You-
weren't
yeah.
you? Because I can't just believe
Why
you're
weren't I
going to
doing
do
it?
something if you're just gonna say.
Because when I'm already working in school and I'm already working that second job for 2 of those days a week, the other 3
hey,
days I'm doing
CVS won't let you
schooling.
work on the weekend.
No,
Cool.
they
Go
won't.
to McDonald's.
Why would I want to go work at McDonald's? Sure, $15 an hour.
Yeah.
Morning.
Money.
Yeah, money.
Do you-
I have schooling I have to do as well.
Okay,
Dude,
you didn't
you're
say
not-
that.
you
said
don't do
Monday,
schooling 24/7.
Wednesday, Friday. Again, how am I able to have any kind of assessment if you refuse to answer a question sufficiently?
I am perfectly capable of working, but I don't want to work 7 days a week.
I don't give a fuck what you
Every
want.
single
Doesn't
You're out
matter,
here by
dude. You're
$1,000
trying to-
and you have a wife who can't work, and it
Yes.
is not her fault.
You
Yeah,
gotta do
but
what you
I am
gotta
not
do.
working 7 days a week
Yes, you
while I
are.
am in school.
Yes, you are.
I'm
Why?
going to fail school. That's going to be more student loan money. That
No,
I'm gonna have
no,
to
you're
do.
said
not.
You did school Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You did not say
I do
Saturday and
school.
Sunday.
I do school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You did not say Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday. Okay, like maybe I could pick up a second job.
Yes, that's what I just said. That's literally what I just said.
That's what I'm trying to do for the
Dude,
summer right
come
now.
on.
I'm applying to jobs currently.
Not for the summer. I'm saying
Okay,
what?
if they hire me now, I'll do it.
If
but
I can
I'm
work
applying
80
to
hours in a
jobs.
week.
So many. You can run the rest of this conversation of
Yeah.
yes, you're right. I will do that. I want to know why you didn't do it because I will have no faith.
Mm.
It's just like someone who comes on, has all this debt, and says, you know, I'm just going to pay it off in the next year. By the way, that's exactly what they just said earlier in the conversation.
Yeah.
It
would work if they actually did
any
it.
kind of belief in that if you have not been doing that. That is why I am trying to ask questions as to why you are not doing something so we can diagnose and find a way to get you to actually do it in the future. The answer of, oh, I was just financially insecure and I'm not going to be. That's not a f***ing answer, buddy. You do not get
You're
anywhere
right.
in life with that.
So why I didn't work?
Yes, why you're not
Over
working
the-
on Saturdays and Sundays.
Because I'm lazy. That's my time to recuperate from the
Okay.
week.
Great.
Yes.
I have done
Okay.
married a lazy
He's
man.
lazy.
Who's not
All right.
willing to keep the roof over.
Mystery
Could I have
solved
done that?
now.
He has a roof over her head, actually.
For now. Keep going $1,000 in the
Dude.
negative every single month. We'll see how long that lasts.
This marriage absolutely fails. They get divorced.
You
at some
married a
point.
lazy man. How does that
Absolutely.
feel?
I don't think he's lazy.
Really?
I think he's okay.
He's not willing to work Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I think he should take a break as well.
You don't want the bills paid.
He does pay the bills, but I think
You are under by $1,000 and debt is going up and we're at the $70,000 since you went unemployed.
Oh my god,
What are we talking about? You're going further in debt. That's not paying the
dude,
bills.
she's
Do we know
literally
what paying the bills
brainwashed.
are? I'm a little concerned that both
I
of
get
you
that she's trying
do
to
not
defend her
know what
man.
paying the bills are. Which makes me a little nervous for the future of this conversation. Going in debt is not paying the bills. Would you
No,
realize
exactly.
this, right? That is actually additional bills now?
yeah, but he is working 2 jobs and going to school, so I do not think he's lazy.
He is not making
It's not
enough when he
about
has
being
time
lazy.
to go make more money.
Yes.
And he is choosing not to. And he just said, because I'm lazy. That was his own words. He literally just said he was lazy.
Yeah. Dude, I can understand. I absolutely understand not wanting to work those amount of hours, but you do it because you have to. You have a wife and you're trying to support her. You know, like, you got to man up and, like, he's working, what, someday he said 10 hours, 15 hours when he's part-time. He's only getting 30 hours at CVS. Dude, 30 hours at CVS is nothing. Like, he could be working at CVS, do his schoolwork, and then on average, you could probably get at least 20 more hours at another location. And out of those 20 hours, 10 of those will be overtime. Dude, $19 an hour, times and a half. Oh my God, dude, he'd been making bank right now. He could be doing so much better right now. But like he said, he's lazy. I don't want to work 7 days a week. I understand. I don't want to work 7 days a week either. But if I have to, I'm going to fucking do it. Wow. That's a good video. Holy shit.